The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of IBEW Local 369 Central Kentucky High School basketball starts now.
Is there any better place to be in Lexington tonight than at Bryan Station High School? A great doubleheader, Henry Clay and Bryan Station. Hi, I'm Chris LaBar along with former Dunbar head coach Murray Garvin. Both these games should be something else, Coach.
It's an exciting night here over at Bryan Station. You could feel the electricity in the building when you come in today. And we look for two exciting basketball games tonight.
So the girls' game up first. Bryan Station limping in off a very disappointing effort Tuesday at the Farm. How do they regroup?
Well, they have to get off to a great start, Chris. A great start can help build confidence in the young ladies, and hopefully they can carry it through for 4 quarters against a tough Henry Clay squad.
So Bryan Station, they're 10-7. Inside the district, they are 2-1. And for Henry Clay, Ashley Gerard's Blue Devils having a great season. It's been a while, Coach, since they've won 20 games. They're closing in at 11-4 and defeated Lafayette earlier this week.
Yes, we had the opportunity to see them earlier in the season when they beat Frederick Douglass, which many would consider an upset. Henry Clay is a well-balanced team, 4 players in double figures, so any given night it could be one of their stars step up to the plate.
Blue Devils have won 4 of 5 again on the season. They are 11-4. We'll step aside. More coverage tonight, just getting started. A doubleheader between Henry Clay and Bryan Station. More coverage on the way back from Glycod.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school. But spend a little time with us, and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
Paramedics do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
Chris Labar and Murray Garvin back live at Bryan Station High School, about 9 minutes ahead of tip between Henry Clay and Bryan Station. Let's take a look at this Blue Devil team in terms of what they have this year. A couple of nice wins, including one earlier this year at Douglas.
Yes, led by young lady Allie Stone, is probably one of their best perimeter shooters, and I really like their young point guard, Ayanna Sutton. She gets into the paint and she creates for her teammates, and when she gets paint touches, it opens up the perimeter game for Henry Clay.
A lot of balance for this Blue Devil team. Stone leading them at 11-5, but Sutton 9 points. And you mentioned her 18-point season high at Tate's Creek, and perhaps she's their most prolific offensive player.
Yes, she is. Prior to the season beginning, they had very high expectations that she could really score the basketball for them. But like I tell young people coming into a new season, you're not going to sneak up on anyone. Everybody studies the scouting report. So they've kind of limited her look so far this year, but she's still leading Henry Clay in scoring.
We'll talk more about this matchup, including the Bryan Station defenders. We'll talk about Kaylin Gentry. She's had a fantastic career, averaging nearly a double-double. Murray will talk more about her on the way back from Glycod.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teachers, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to Bryan Station High School. Moments away from the beginning of this great doubleheader. Girl-boys with Henry Clay, Bryan Station. This Bryan Station team, we talked about the difficult loss Tuesday at Douglas. Lost that game 67-29. They're 0-11 from 3. But Kaylin Gentry is having a great career, averaging 13 points and 9 rebounds. And she's really been the building block, Murray, for Coach Sandusky's program.
Yes, Coach Sandusky spoke about how consistent she is in her effort in practice and her consistency in games. Nearly a double-double. You also have Akia Wade, that's double figures, and Abe Shishuzo, that is close to a double-double for the defenders.
Yeah, A.B. Shizuzo, 11 points and 8 boards. So Kia Wade, 12 points, couple of rebounds. And then Elena Ward, who is not pictured on that graphic, averaging 8 points, leads this group in made threes at 37 threes a year. Let's transition, Coach, to the keys to this matchup, presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. What stands out first for Henry Clay tonight?
Well, Henry Clay, they have to get open looks and knock down perimeter shots. You know, it's really important that they step up and shoot more consistently from three-point range. Also, they cannot let the crowd get into the game. It's very important that you keep this Bryan Station crowd quiet, so it's important that Henry Clay gets off to a great start.
Well, and you talked about it, just the buzz in this high school over the last 48 hours. The boys' game, certainly those two clubs, one combined loss between those two, and you could just feel the energy.
Yes, I happened to be at Bryan Station yesterday, and walking through the building, all the students were talking about Friday's game. Are you going to be there? Are you going to be there? So it's exciting for Lexington basketball to have two teams that are performing so well at this point in the season, and we look for a great matchup with the girls starting first.
All four of these teams well above 500. And one more key, Coach, not to forget Bryan Station. They've got to limit Henry Clay's three-point shooting.
Yes, they got to limit the easy looks for Henry Clay. And then it's important, Bryan Station, coming off a loss that they had the other day against Frederick Douglass and scoring limited points, is that they don't let this game get out of the 50 or 60-point range.
Henry Clay 11-4, Bryan Station 10-7. Starting lineups on the way back. We're live at Bryan Station High School. Thanks so much for joining us. More coverage on the way back from Glycod.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
From Glycod, it's IBEW Local 369 Central Kentucky High School Basketball. IBEW 369, power up your potential. Tonight's game is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you. CSL Plasma, do the amazing, help save lives. Meyer, higher standards, lower prices. Traditional Bank, because who you bank with matters. And by Community Action of Lexington, Martin's Peterbilt, Lexington Outdoor and Power Equipment, and Allstate Insurance Agent Thomas Allen. Now courtside for all the action from Glycod on IBEW Local 369 Central Kentucky High School Basketball.
Friday night high school basketball on Glycod doubleheader. Henry Clay and Bryan Station. The girls are up first. Now for the starting lineups presented by Ruoff Mortgage. Opening doors. Will be a change in the Henry Clay lineup tonight. Lydia Van Meter, 5'8 senior, will get the start, averaging 7 points per game. Ariana Sutton averaging 9, along with Tamari Miller, Emily Johnson, and double-figure scorer Allie Stone. Take a look at the Bryan Station regulars. We told you about Kaylin Gentry nearly averaging a double-double, 13 points and 9 rebounds, with A.B. Kazuzo a big factor as well in the front court. Murray, this is the first of 2 between these two teams, and this has ramifications come district tournament time.
Yes, absolutely. This can be a great confidence builder for either squad, and I'm just admiring the atmosphere that athletic director Abby Jackson has created over here at Bryan Station with the light show for the starting lineup for the girls' game.
You get the sense that this building will become more occupied as the minutes wind up, if you will, to that boys matchup in the vicinity of 7:30 Eastern, which, by the way, we'll talk with Defenders boys head coach Champ Ligon at halftime of the girls' game. Murray will chat with Champ, and certainly a big matchup for all 4 head coaches tonight.
Yes, anytime you have, I call it an inner city game, it's major ramifications, not just in district standings, but just personal. It's personal when you play a crosstown rival, and I look for an exciting atmosphere here tonight.
Boy, these teams have played a bunch since '98, twice a year at least, with Clay leading by 11. Station got the upper hand last year, ending Henry Clay's season in the district semifinal. The officials, Mike Akers, Sean Overbay, Anthony McCallie. 3 officials. So glad to have you here tonight. First of 2. And Henry Clay girls 11-4. Bryan Station 10-7. And Henry Clay trying to get off to a good start here with the first possession of this game. Already a clock malfunction as the official hasn't started the game clock yet.
Yes, they're trying to notify him at the scorer's table, and it has not got the referee's attention.
Now, so these officials locked in, but again, there is play has started, but the clock hasn't. As Bryan Station with an early deflection. And now we've got the notification at the scores table, so some early drama after an early deflection by Bryan Station.
Well, Henry Clay held the ball probably for about 45 seconds there, so I would be okay with 7:15 left on the clock if they did that.
So this Station offense coming in, averaging 50 points per game, and Henry Clay averaging 58. So you would have to think that this game, at least with Henry Clay, a little more offensive firepower on that sideline.
Yes, Bryan Station, they do not want this game to get in the 60s or 70-point range. They're an inside-out basketball team, a little bit old school in the way they play. They really try to throw it inside to their girls and get points in the paint, and that's going to need to work for them tonight to hang around with Henry Clay.
So 31 seconds off the clock. And Bryan Station possession just underway. And Akia Wade will handle for Station. There's Kazuzo. Gentry up, and it rattles in.
It's a nice drop step to her left hand in the paint there for the bucket in the finish to start it off.
Gentry, the most accomplished Bryan Station defender. And a 2-0 nice start on the half court for Station. It's Allie Stone up top with those twin ponytails and the yellow sneaks to boot.
Bryan Station starts in a zone right here. Very active zone.
Bounces over to Emily Johnson, who able to find Elizabeth Nelson as Clay with nice ball movement. Shot up off the window is a little bit long. Allie Stone with a miss. And Kazuzo claims the defender rebound. Kazuzo back at the other end for an early basket.
Well, this is the type of start that Bryan Station needed. Again, you saw it. 2 trips, 2 baskets in the paint from Kazuzo and Kaylin.
Well, and the patience as well as Sutton flies a 3. Unfriendly roll. That's Nelson back out for the basket as Sutton's floater goes in.
The made basket allows Henry Clay to set up in their full court pressure here. Let's see how Bryan Station can handle the pressure.
Doe being badgered by Sutton, and Sutton with the theft, trying to tie this game early and puts it in with the left.
Again, this has been a Achilles heel for Bryan Station, is handling pressure. And that's another turnover forced by the Henry Clay pressure.
So defender basketball. Coach Gerard on that far sideline, just out of your camera shot, trying to get her group's attention. It's a strong take and off the heel. Brought down, that's Chloe Doe. Doe in the corner. Ward flings a 3. And Doe flips it back to Sutton on a 3-on-2. Henry Clay fast break. Stone fills the lane. And Henry Clay with a transition basket.
Number 1, Sutton. She makes the engine go for the Blue Devils.
As Wade will handle. Nice pace to this start.
You could just feel it in the air. It's a big game, a big-time atmosphere at Bryan Station.
Henry Clay with a run out again. Johnson and the Blue Devils at their best in the open floor.
Two early assists for Sutton right there. I like that when she gets the ball, the first thing she does, instead of puts it on the floor, she looks up the floor to see if she can advance it.
And we're going to have a foul up front. It's on Henry Clay's Emily Johnson.
Bryan Station started off 4-0, and now Henry Clay went on an 8-0 run there. It's really going to be key right here to see how the defenders respond.
Middle segment of this opening quarter. Ward really a backup ball handler as Doe does so much of the offense. That's Kazuzo, a great drive as she accelerates and draws a Henry Clay foul.
That was a nice aggressive move by the big girl in the middle, number 4. Now I'm struggling her last name. I got to get this pronunciation right.
It's A.B. Kazuzo, and the free throw rims in. That'll stop an 8-0 spurt.
That was a nice aggressive drive to draw the foul.
Free throw is in again.
It's one thing that Henry Clay struggles to match up with is size. They're not a very big basketball team.
And Sutton steps on the near sideline, traipsing up the floor. Chloe Doe working opposite Ariana Sutton. Kazuzo. And it's ripped away. And Kazuzo coming up the floor commits the first foul for Bryan Station.
That was great weak side help by Allie Stone there to get the steal on the post entry.
And at the Station 30-second timeout, an 8-6 ball game on the north side. Back with more after this.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product is based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name is Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Bryan Station with the timeout. Serena Sandusky, Murray in year 3, former assistant at both Douglas and Bryan Station, doing a great job with this program.
Yes, for the first time since 2015, they're fighting for a winning season here at Bryan Station. And at 10-7 at this point in January, they could be well on their way for their first winning season in a long time.
Got a held ball. The arrow going to stay, actually move to the defenders. The last winning season for this girls basketball program here, 2015-16 campaign. So it's been a minute. As Wade traipses up the floor. Floater in the lane ties the game.
Nice take there to the basket.
Skip pass. Johnson back out to Miller. Her shot is off the rim and corralled in the corner by Elena Ward of Bryan Station.
Bryan Station's zone is really active and limiting the open looks for Henry Clay, and it's really affected their shot percentage so far this game.
Kazuzo, nice entry, big to big is Gentry. That's her strong hand, and she puts it in. Gentry with 4 and a quick 30-second Henry Clay timeout. 10-8 ball game. Back after this.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a four-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
A traveling violation on Henry Clay out of the timeout, as Bryan Station will have possession and a 2-point lead.
Yeah, out of the timeout, Bryan Station jumped in full court zone press and kind of caught Henry Clay by surprise there.
Miller with some ball pressure up front as Wade tried to loft it over to Ward, and Ward able to chase it down. Wade, a strong drive as it trickles short. And here comes Clay the other way, weaving her way to the basket. That's off the mark from Stone. Back outside for a 3 from Wade. Nope, excuse me. Wade's going to flip it in the corner instead. And now a 3 is off from Allie Stone. And a Henry Clay foul underneath.
I admire the scrappiness of Bryan Station right now. They're hanging around, making positive plays. And again, if they can keep this confidence and keep this momentum, their crowd can probably give them 4 to 6 points tonight just off atmosphere alone.
Amari Sims, 5'9" junior, is in for Henry Clay, her 9th game of the year. As Ward, Kazuzo runs the floor and is fouled. As Station taking advantage of a rare fast break opportunity.
Yes, but you could see that their identity is in the paint, throwing it inside and getting buckets in the lane from both Gentry and Shisuzo.
Free throw is up and in as we take another look at Kazuzo up. Just a strong, athletic player. She's got 5 early points after the second free throw miss. And that's right behind Miller that wasn't expecting that pass, and then Wade steps on the far sideline.
Again, when they score or they hit their free throws, it allows them to get in their full court pressure, and Henry Clay has had 2, well, that was almost a turnover there, but
I beg your pardon, it's going to be Clay ball.
Yeah, they said they forced her, well, she stepped on the sideline. I don't know if she had enough area over there.
There's Lydia Van Meter. Nice dump in the lane to Sims. And it's stolen away as Wade steps in the passing lane. Kazuzo up and in and an and one.
She has come to play tonight, and her teammates are feeding her the basketball, and she's finishing.
Well, the unselfish play has to really please Coach Sandusky. And the free throw in for Kazuzo.
Again, this is the start that Bryan Station needed right here, just to build confidence coming off the loss to Frederick Douglass last week.
Yeah, you got the sense that that performance was not indicative of who they are as a team.
Well, you know, some nights with young people, you don't know what you're going to get.
That's a long three off the mark from Allie Stone, and Ward trying to be advantageous. Puts it in. Elena Ward, her first field goal. And Henry Clay needs a basket here. Steep mountain of 8 to start, and they'll throw it away.
Another turnover. The zone has the Blue Devils a little bit rattled right now.
Ariana Sutton back in for Henry Clay, and we will keep things here after Clay calls a 30-second timeout. What is it about the zone, Murray?
Well, you have to find the open looks. Bryan Station has a little bit more size than Henry Clay, so the passing lanes are not as visible as maybe as you and I can see from our position on the floor. When you're down eye level, the hands and the active hands in the passing lane really affects the vision of the opponent.
Let's take a look at the resume, if you will, for Bryan Station here in the early phases. The 2 regional wins versus Berea and Madison Southern, their best wins. And then you look at those tight losses, the Lafayette 1-point loss, and then the blowout at Douglas.
Still, sitting 5-2 in Region 11 is nothing to be ashamed of. That's actually a remarkable record for such a young basketball team.
Well, they'll have some big games, as will Henry Clay in the latter segment of this year. Is the inbound against the press. Chloe Doe smothered. Here comes Tamia Wade of Henry Clay, and she'll put it in.
Chris, you don't know how impressive that play is if you don't know this young lady. She's a 7th grader playing varsity minutes.
Henry Clay trying to get some late energy in this quarter. Off a steal, and it crawls home for Sutton. Ariana with 6, and Henry Clay with 2 quick baskets out of the timeout. It's Gonzalez Perez.
You see the intensity pick up from Henry Clay defensively. I think Coach Gerard had something to share in that timeout with her girls.
Gentry, the intended target from Elena Ward. And now Clay perhaps will have the final possession of this quarter. Number 1, Akia Wade, is checked in for Bryan Station as Kaylin Gentry, 5'11" senior, checks out. Number 10, Allie Stone up top around to Lydia Van Meter. Launches a deep three late, and it's off. A three off the mark as well from Ariana Sutton, and that's going to close quarter number one. Bryan Station off to a 16-12 lead. Second period next on Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Some early success for Bryan Station, especially in the half court as they lead by 4. Chris Labar, along with former Dunbar head coach, also South Carolina State University head coach Murray Garvin. And I think Coach Sandusky has to be very pleased.
She has to be pleased. Her girls look like they're following the game plan. They're excited. They got a great atmosphere in here. Let's see what the second quarter brings for the defenders.
Henry Clay having some success of their own, especially in full court as Allie Stone will handle and find in the corner to Lydia Van Meter, who launched that late three and then dribbled it right off of Doe. It will stay Clay underneath.
You know, it's interesting to watch the activity of this zone and just the connectivity of the defender defense right here.
Traveling violation. And just the energy, the body language is so much better tonight by this Bryan Station team than what we saw on Tuesday at Douglas.
Well, it's amazing what a home court atmosphere will do for you. Again, you got the band in here. The first time this season I've actually seen the pep band, you know, playing at a game. So it gives the girls a lot more enthusiasm, and it's a pretty good crowd right now.
With certainly the expectation of growth here with the boys game to tip around 7:30 Eastern. Again, we'll chat with Defenders head coach Champ Ligon at halftime of this game, and Kazuzo is having a night for Bryan Station.
Have a night, girl. Have a night.
She's got 10 points already, one shy of her season average at 11, and that's going to be off from Sutton as it winds off the rim.
Here they do a good job of looking inside. They can't force it. They probably need a little bit more ball movement and attack a closeout to throw it inside to either Gentry or AB.
Bryan Station certainly utilizing their size from big to big on a couple of possessions as it's lofted in. There's Wade. Creates space and ripped away by Miller. As Tamari Miller carves her way to the basket, and Gentry with a block shot.
I just have a feeling that this game is going to be a 4-quarter basketball game, and we're in for a good one.
You see the block shot looming for Kaylin Gentry.
Call it Gentry just walled up. She built a wall and challenged Henry Clay to shoot over top of her.
Nice entry into the lane. That's off from Allie Stone. And Gentry trying to hang on to it, and Gonzalez-Perez lofts it, and now Stone going to chase it down. Number 10, Allie Stone for Henry Clay. Boy, your 7th grader almost shot that ball, didn't she, Murray?
Yeah, she is the leading scorer for her middle school team, so she's not gun shy.
Kazuzo claims the rebound. I beg your pardon, that's Akia Wade for Bryan Station as they protect a 6-point lead. Gonzalez-Perez and Allie Stone all the way to the basket. Would not go in, though. And somehow Bryan Station survived that trip.
They survived. They got to slow it down here.
Elena Ward catch and shoot. And the rebound vacuumed in by Allie Stone.
I don't know if that tempo is what Bryan Station wants on the offensive end.
There's Wade carving her way to the basket, and Tamari Miller called for the Henry Clay foul.
Wade kind of surprised the offensive player there. She didn't retreat back on defense and picked her up about at the free throw line and forced a turnover there.
Take a look at the long miss from Ward. As Henry Clay brings it across and has that ball ripped away as Wade back to the foul line. Station team only shoots 64% from the foul line.
Free throw shooting can impact ball games. You would like for your team to shoot around 70-75%. I used to show my teams that shot around that percentage usually competed for championships.
It's going to be off the mark.
Unless you had Shaquille O'Neal on your team.
Boy, was he a lifetime 50%er, wasn't he?
He sure was.
Little segment of this second quarter. Bryan Station leading by 6. We'll see how Henry Clay can do in this half-court offense. It's Emily Johnson. Lofts it in the corner. There's a high arcing three off the mark from Tamia Wade. And Wade leaking out for the bucket. That's Akia Wade.
Great pass from AB right there to look up the floor and find Akia for the easy layup.
The Bryan Station going to match their biggest first half lead at 8. It's Brinley Dumford that's off. Backside corralled by Sutton. And an and one and a big Henry Clay bucket.
She does a lot for Henry Clay. She's their leading assist person, point guard, and I want to say second in the team in scoring. And right there, she's really been active on the glass to give them an and one and go to the line.
Ariana Sutton with points 7 and 8 on the putback. So she's responsible for well over 50% of Henry Clay's offense thus far. And you look up, it's only a 5-point defender advantage.
Let's see if Bryan Station can stay poised here. Henry Clay looked like they jumped into a 1-2-2 zone defense.
There's Kazuzo. The confidence in her, you can just sense it as it's deflected out. Nice defense by Emily Johnson.
Henry Clay decided to go zone to try to harass the perimeter passers to change up the passing lanes to throw it inside.
Lob to Kazuzo at the elbow. Perhaps not her best decision there, but a held ball, and the arrow going to belong to Bryan Station. As we'll amend the arrow, will be Station possession.
Shizuzo is only a junior. With her and Gentry, well, Gentry's a senior, but it just gives a promising future for Bryan Station to have such a presence in the paint.
Great touch in the corner. Akia Wade. Wade with 7. Ariana Sutton tries to slide in the lane. There's Dumford. Back out Miller. Great pass as Dumford carves her way baseline. Little floater. It wouldn't go in though. And it's poked around, and the Blue Devils able to corral it. Miller stepped back, banked it home.
Did she call that bank, Chris? The banks are open at Bryan Station, and she just cashed in.
Her first field goal, reducing the deficit to 6.
Bryan Station just take their time. This high 3-2 zone has forced them to run their offense close to midcourt.
Here's Wade over to Chloe Doe. 0. Tried to thread the needle, and Miller into the passing lane, and that's a wise foul to prevent a fast break as Akia Wade called for the reach-in.
Yeah, I would take that foul if I was Coach Sandusky. It stopped the momentum, and it's going to make Henry Clay have to score in front of them instead of getting a fast break layup.
Got a Henry Clay sub momentarily as they will inbound. You take a look at the turnover and foul ensuing. And Wade into the passing lane. And Bryan Station back to an 8-point margin as Akia Wade with 9 points.
This zone defense, again, has really got Henry Clay very hesitant and unsure of themselves on the perimeter.
3 minutes in the half. Launch three. It's Tamia Wade. Her shot long and chased down by Johnson. Allie Stone tried to flip it back, and she found Elena Ward and Bryan Station trying to increase the lead to double figures. Kazuzo. Great pass from Ward.
Wow. Great unselfish pass from Ward to find Kazuzo under the basket for another paint touch and 2 points.
And Wade very active as she tried to rip it away from Miller. That's off from Sutton and off the baseline.
I think if you would have told most people that Bryan Station at the 2-minute, 19-second mark of the second quarter would have a 10-point lead, most would not have believed it. But that's high school basketball.
Razor sharp, such good passing. They're shooting a high percentage as well. An opportunity to grow this lead here with just over 2 minutes in the second quarter. Gonzalez Perez, in the corner to Ward.
I'm looking at Henry Clay change the defense right there.
Kazuzo lofts it hard off the rim, got it back. Gonzalez Perez fouled from behind, looked like it's whistled on Emily Johnson.
They're just throwing the ball inside and then going to offensive rebound it when they miss. And Henry Clay just does not have the size to match up with Kazuzo. And she is really, really making an impact on this game in the first half.
Gonzalez Perez. This has been an area, perhaps the lone blemish, if you will, of this first half for Bryan Station.
Yeah, if they had made their free throws, they may be up 14 and 15 right now.
Alondra Gonzalez Perez, 5'8" junior, season high 7 at Lafayette, and the lead now grows to 11.
It's going to take some perimeter shooting by Henry Clay to really cut into this lead.
Well, they certainly have the makeup to do that.
They're going to need Sloan and Van Meter to hit some perimeter shots for them.
This team's not going to panic. So much experience on the Henry Clay sideline. It's Tamari Miller. What are they trying to do in the half court?
Well, they need to have someone in the short corner in the high post and try to get the defense to collapse inside by throwing the ball in those areas. But right now, they're not establishing anyone in the short corner. So it makes it easy for Bryan Station to match up with them.
Elizabeth Nelson up top. It's been a great defensive effort in this trip for Station.
Yes.
There's Miller. And out of bounds, and I think Coach Sandusky is going to be very happy with that team's defense in the half court.
Absolutely. They're active. You see a lot of energy coming from the Bryan Station bench. It's what you want coming off a game like they had against Douglas.
Chance here to make it a 13 or longer lead, and it's off the shoelace as Elizabeth Nelson puts it in. Her first field goal only averages 3 points a game, but a big bucket as it's now under 10. There's Kazuzo in the corner. And she'll be coaxed out of bounds. It'll be a foul on Ariana Sutton of Henry Clay.
I think that's their only third foul. So it'll be under out of bounds for Bryan Station.
.26 seconds left. Kazuzo. 13 as Kazuzo trying to carve her way to the basket, up and an and one for 2 more.
That's a big time finish for Kazuzo. To take it there, strong to the basket, get another and one and go to the line for a free throw.
And that's going to be off and chased down by Gentry with 6 seconds left. And Henry Clay coming up the floor. Stone, little pull-up and the unfriendly roll to close the first half. A very sound first half for Bryan Station. And they lead Henry Clay at the break 30-19. More coverage of Central Kentucky High School basketball when we come right back after this.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Find out about their apprenticeship and training programs that help you earn while you learn at IBEWLocal369.com. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential.
Halftime at Bryan Station High School in Lexington. A very strong first half for the Station girls as they lead Henry Clay 30-19. Up next, we'll chat with boys head coach Champ Ligon. He'll join our Murray Garvin after a quick return back from Glycod.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
Gen Z is a stalled generation. The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now, through everything that's come our way. We've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher, by making a real difference in the communities we serve, and by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back live at Bryan Station High School. Let's check in with Murray Garvin. He's with Bryan Station head coach Champ Ligon.
We're sitting here at Bryan Station High School with head boys basketball coach Champ Ligon. Your team's off to a great start this season, Coach. What do you contribute that to?
Just a bunch of hard-working kids, man. They're all great kids. We got great chemistry. We got good leadership. And we got a bunch of gym rats.
Well, you can never complain when you have to run kids out of the gym after practice. So having gym rats is a luxury in this day and time.
Oh, yes, it is. I've had the opposite where it's like pulling teeth to get them to come to the gym. But really good group. They work hard. They've matured. It's been like a 3-year process. We basically have the same team back from last year. So.
Well, that is credit to you and your coaching staff to build a culture in this day and age where kids, you know, if they're unhappy, they leave or they search for other opportunities. For you to keep your team together for over 3 years, you're seeing the fruits of your labor right now.
Right, yeah. It's the first year our freshman squad was successful. Last year it was our freshman and JV, and now this year it's all 3. And you're right, in this day and age, it's like the transfer portal's, gone all the way down to high school. It's crazy.
Well, you got the band in here tonight, which is not a norm for high school basketball in Fayette County. So it must be a big game tonight against undefeated Henry Clay.
Just a little bit, and we're excited about it. I'm sure Henry Clay's excited about it. It'll be interesting how we respond with getting a big win on Tuesday, and everybody's been patting them on the back. Hopefully that doesn't give us some false sense of how good we are, and we can still come out and play.
Well, it's not going to take a pep talk in the locker room tonight. I believe the atmosphere will take care of itself. You probably want to make sure they're a little bit settled so they're ready to play.
Right, it's a fine line. They can be too hype and then focus it all. So we got a good group. I think they'll come to play, and Henry Clay's an outstanding team. You don't get to 16-0 if you can't play. So it's going to be a dogfight.
I know when I was coaching in the 11th region, Daniel Brown, they are one of the most disciplined teams offensively that you'll face. And they can really shoot the ball from 3. So how are you going to try to counter that with your pressure defense?
Right. That's a major concern because they've got 4 guys that can all shoot the 3. But we're very familiar with them. They're familiar with us. We'll try to sit on some of the things they do. But we may have to go to just trapping on the half court. And then the danger is you leave shooters open, but you can keep them from running offense.
Right. Well, when you play the style of play that you play, you're going to give up some open looks, but you're also going to make teams play faster than they may want to. So it's going to be an excellent matchup tonight, and I really look forward to the contest.
Me too. I think that's the key. If we can keep them sped up, I like our chances.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, and we look forward to a great game. Thank you.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us, and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back live at Bryan Station High School. Halftime winding down in a 30-19 lead. Chris LeBar back live here with Murray Garvin, former Dunbar head coach. Our thanks to Champ Ligon for his time as we transition into the second half. Talk some adjustments here momentarily, Murray, as Henry Clay tries to get back into single digits.
This zone, how to attack this zone. I'm sure that's what Coach Gerard spent the half diagramming in the locker room.
And a foul underneath.
You know, it's exciting to see this place start to fill up with fans. I see some alums of both schools in here. I see Nimbo Hammonds, which is a future Hall of Famer here at Bryan Station. Carlos Best has walked in, a future Hall of Famer from Henry Clay, and it's going to be an exciting atmosphere, but let's see the finish to this girls' ball game.
I'm not sure Bryan Station girls have had a sound a first half all season. Just a great effort. We'll try to replicate that and seek their 11th win of the year. Back on that rebound, that was Ariana Sutton as Henry Clay with another opportunity.
They got the look that they wanted right there.
Nice find underneath, and there's a lid on it on that end of the floor as Bryan Station corrals the rebound. It's A.B. Kazuzo. Doe far sideline as Bryan Station, Elena Ward, and it's been an equal contribution from all 5 starters as that ball's stolen away, but Doe gets it back, and a Henry Clay foul.
Gentry's got to be conscious about laying the ball on the floor as soon as she catches it. She has a habit of going to her right shoulder often when she catches it on the block, and I think Henry Clay has caught on to that.
Now Ward will initiate the offense at 5-0. Chloe Doe. And this game starting to really settle into the half court, which certainly favors Station with this lead. That's off the mark. Kazuzo clobbered. And back to work on the backboard for Bryan Station.
Chris, I'm really impressed with her work in the paint. She kept the ball high on that rebound, used a strong power dribble to go up and draw the foul. But she's really turning heads with her play in this game right now.
This young lady averaging 11 points, 8 rebounds. And you'll see her relentless effort there. Is the first free throw off the mark.
She needs to take her time, finish high on her free throws, and hold her follow through. Much better shot right there, and she got it.
Lead bumped up to 12. Now Station applying some pressure. That's going to set up a three for Nelson, and it's off the mark.
Henry Clay last season was one of the better perimeter three-point shooting teams, and this year they've really struggled behind the arc.
Strong take, and Gentry increases the lead to 14. That's Kalen Gentry's 6th point of the evening. Miller connecting. It's Tamari Miller, her 4th point, and Henry Clay trying to pick up the pace here as a deflection off of Miller.
I love to see with basketball teams when they know their identity and they really try to force the issue. Bryan Station's done a good job of getting the ball inside to both Gentry and Chizuzo and Henry Clay. Now in the second half, you see 2 passes to the high post right there versus the lady defender zone.
Here comes Wade. Lakia Wade with 9 first half points. You had Chizuzo with 12, Gentry with 6. Into Chizuzo. She's been the best player on the floor thus far.
No doubt about it.
Gentry up and off. And Gentry guilty of an over the top.
Those are the plays for Gentry that if you miss the layup, you don't want to commit the foul. Well, it wasn't a layup. It was a contested shot. But you don't want to jump over the back and pick up a cheap foul right there.
Kalen receiving an award at halftime for her 500th career rebound to a rousing ovation. As Henry Clay down 12. That's a strong take from Stone. And Bryan Station just been the better team thus far as they lead by 12. Gentry from Doe. Gentry again, and it trickles home.
Henry Clay's just struggling to match up with the size difference in the paint.
Gentry with points 7 and 8. What can Clay do to get some points on offense?
Well, you know, this is easy to say, but they need to score so they can set up their defense and try to force tempo off their full court pressure.
That's a nice take by Allie Stone, just wouldn't go in. Pinball back underneath Miller. And Chizuzo trying to stave off Miller. Miller relentless with the basket.
Now let's see if that allows them to get in their full court pressure.
It's Tamari Miller, her 6th point. And a 30-second Bryan Station timeout. A 12-point defender lead on Glycod.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to Bryan Station High School on the north side of Lexington. Chris LaBar along with former Dunbar head coach Murray Garvin. Great to have you here. Bryan Station girls plus 12. Just under 4 minutes left in this third quarter. The boys to tip off around 7:30. There is Chizuzo drawing a lot of attention there and puts it in anyway.
That was a little Akeem Olajuwon dream shake right there with the double team to hit that perimeter shot.
And a turnover ensues. That's about the 3rd time you've used a Hakeem reference this year.
He had an impression on me, man. There's nobody that has any better footwork in the paint than Akeem Olajuwon still to this day. He's been retired almost 20 years now.
Former U of H Cougar and, of course, Houston Rocket. 14-point Station lead. Gonzalez-Perez doing a great job bringing it across. And that's Wade, number 1. Akia Wade trying to stave off the defender. It's Lydia Van Meter in pursuit. Wade, crafty dribble. Gonzalez-Perez pitches up a 3 in the unfriendly roll. Tapped out by a diving Chloe Doe. It will stay.
Just Bryan Station just has a little extra pep in their step tonight. You know, the turnover forced by Doe, just hanging around and got the deflection and off a Henry Clay defender. They just have a little bit more energy about them tonight.
Number 5, Brinley Dumford back in for Henry Clay. Played a couple of minutes in the first half. Scoreless, and that's a long 3 off the mark from Ward. There's Wade.
Young 7th grader, man. She gets in and she makes it happen as soon as she enters the game. Coast to coast right there.
Tamia Wade now with 4. 12-point lead and ripped away on the steal. That's Dumford. Nice pass underneath, and Henry Clay with the basket. It's Allie Stone.
Well, like we spoke about earlier, scoring allows them to get in their full court pressure, and it's one of the Achilles heels for Bryan Station.
And Doe tried to find Kazuzo near sideline, and that's going to draw a sub into the game as A.B. Kazuzo back in for Bryan Station. So Henry Clay trying to get back inside single digits. Still over 10 minutes to play. In a big basket for Van Meter.
Here they come. Here come the Blue Devils.
That's her 19th 3 and a bump and a foul from behind by Tamari Miller.
At halftime, Coach Gerard drew up versus that zone that the ball has to touch the high post, and then you can play inside out, and when the defense collapses, you can get great open looks from the perimeter, and her girls just have to step up and knock down the open shot.
You saw Van Meter clinch that fist after that basket and went in. Kazuzo through contact, and back to the line she goes after the Allie Stone foul.
The best way to stop a run is to throw it inside and get a foul and get to the free throw line. Now she has to go step up to the line and knock down these 2 free throws.
Pretty good free throw shooter on the year at 66%. And goodness knows she's going to get many opportunities from the foul line.
She's physical in the paint, and I'm sure she draws a lot of fouls on her opponents, and she's been to the line quite a bit tonight.
Zuzo 15 points unofficially is the lead back to 9. Interesting conversation you had with Coach Ligon.
Yes, it was good to touch base with Coach Ligon. I got a tremendous amount of respect for him and what he does and how he's regenerated this Bryan Station program. And he mentioned that it's been a 3-year process for them.
Both those head coaches in the nightcap so well tenured, so well respected, as are you, of course, Murray, but both coaches been at their respective schools a long time.
Been there a long time. This is Coach Ligon's second stint at Bryan Station.
Fast break layup off from Wade. Gonzalez-Perez follows, and a foul underneath. Going to be whistled against Henry Clay.
So with the new rule in high school basketball, with that 5th foul in the quarter, she would be shooting 2 shots regardless whether she was shooting the ball or not. There's no longer a bonus in high school basketball. After the 5th team foul, you immediately go to 2 shots.
And Gentry off both times. And a missed opportunity there as Tamari Miller could not hang on as we pull up Champ Ligon's resume again, as Murray mentioned, his second stint here at Bryan Station. And just look at the track record, all the success, 23rd year overall.
402 wins. That says it all right there.
Success at Mayle, also spent some time at Atherton, Shelby County. And round 2 here at Station. There's Doe near wing as the defender is doing a nice job of moving the ball in the half court.
You know, you want that ball to change sides of the floor as many times as you can just to make the defense have to shift.
There's Gentry. That's her strong hand, and that's her 3rd field goal with that left hand. And she's got 10, and Bryan Station foul, only their 3rd of this quarter.
Bryan Station's played a really controlled game defensively. They hadn't been out of their area. They hadn't fouled a lot. And if they can keep Henry Clay off the free throw line and make them earn their baskets from the perimeter, it gives them a great chance to hold on to the lead.
Station led by 11 at half. That's the same margin now. Under a minute of this third. Ariana Sutton in the corner. It's Lydia Van Meter. Now Miller. Nice crafty move, but did not get the roll as it's going to pinball off of Allie Stone. It will stay Bryan Station.
Yeah, again, Gentry does a good job of walling up and making the smaller offensive player finish over top. And there she did just enough to force that miss.
Wade from 15. It is short, and I think Stone may have been over the top. No whistle, though. Back to Stone in the paint. And Gonzalez-Perez with a Bryan Station rebound. There's number 1, Wade, and she'll put the break on.
I think Coach Sandusky asked for one shot to end the quarter.
Under 10 in this segment. Nakia Wade had a opening up top, and stepping in is Van Meter at 1. Gets it off in time, and a big Henry Clay basket as we transition into the fourth quarter. The lead now at 9. And the final 8 minutes left from Glycod.com.
It's a play like that.
The confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Lydia Van Meter with a fast break layup, Murray, to reduce this deficit to 9 as we welcome everybody back.
Yeah, that play at the end of the quarter is the type of play that if you're Bryan Station, you want to avoid that. You don't want to give Henry Clay any momentum going into the fourth frame right here.
In a working margin of between 6 to 11 for much of this game, with Station having the upper hand, but still Henry Clay 3-possession game. Let's see what Station does here in the half court.
Well, as long as they don't turn it over and give up easy runouts, Henry Clay has struggled to score.
Kazuzo trying to drive to the basket, and Henry Clay with an opportunity here. Still ample time in this game. It's Allie Stone winding it around to number 1, Ariana Sutton. Sutton 9 first half points, but yet to scratch in this second half. Van Meter, the hot hand, short. And the aggressor on that loose ball is Tamari Miller, as Miller up and in a big basket.
Tamari Miller plays with a motor. And what I mean by that, she's just constantly moving. She stays active, and she just has a nose for the basketball and will come up with all the 50-50 balls in there. She got the harm and the foul.
Miller's 6th point in this second half, give her 8 for the game. And Henry Clay trying to work their way back in this game.
You know, what you think about, too, is Bryan Station, they're poised if this thing gets any closer.
And Henry Clay, all that experience. You certainly got the sense they had a run in them. There's Kazuzo. Oh my, going to try one on the run! Wow!
Oh, she's done everything but sold soft drinks at the concession stand tonight.
The lead at 9. Kazuzo, only a 24% three-point shooter, and a foul at the other end on Station.
She's calling to the bench. I don't know if she picked up a leg cramp. She's taking a break right here. But what a shot. What a night for her.
Career high at 20, rather a season high 20 at Sayre. That margin certainly in jeopardy tonight. As Tamari Miller for a pair of Henry Clay foul shots. Crowd really starting to file in, certainly on our left-hand side. And we expect the Henry Clay contingent to file in on your camera side at home as you watch across that far sideline. And 2 missed free throws, but the putback in for Stone. Alley with 6, and Van Meter diving on the floor, and it's going to be out and belong to Bryan Station.
Yes. Timeout.
We're going to have a full station timeout, a 7-point lead. More coverage from the north side right after this on Glycod.
First opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Seven-point lead, Bryan Station leading Henry Clay as we welcome everybody back. Our producer tonight, Steve Bird, he's juggling many balls in the air. 6 broadcasts tonight on Glycod, including Scott County Douglas. That game will tip in about a half an hour as the Broncos look to get a big win after that Bryan Station loss on Tuesday.
Yeah, every team right now, you're coming out of the Christmas break and you're trying to establish your district standing, so every night in the 11th region is a big game.
And Henry Clay, as we thought, certainly not going away as they're back within 7. And there's Doe on the inbound. Gonzalez Perez and Chloe Doe, number 0, the quarterback and stabilizer across the timeline.
Henry Clay has really upped their pressure on the ball.
Drive and a shot from Wade that's off Gentry. Kept it alive in a big bucket.
Every now and then you need a little luck to run your way on this basketball court.
Gentry with 8 points in this second half. And every time Henry Clay scores, Station seems to answer. And a turnover there.
Doe calls that turnover there. Just quick hands and deflected the ball out of the hands of the Henry Clay offensive player there.
Gets deflected by Wade that got a hand on it. And the arrow, going to flip the arrow actually now in favor of Henry Clay. With 5:25 in the fourth. Coach Gerard on that far sideline chatting with her student athletes as Henry Clay with a big possession here.
Bryan Station's going to stay disciplined and stay in the zone that has got them to this point.
There is Miller underneath and a foul. Looks like Kaylin Gentry will be called, and that's the third Bryan Station foul this quarter.
Yeah, and Shizuzo is on the bench getting a much-needed rest right now. I don't know how long Coach Sandusky can hold her over there, but to maintain a lead with your leading scorer on the bench for the night says a lot about Bryan Station's effort.
This Henry Clay team only shoots foul shots at 61% as a group. And boy, you've got to make them if you want to come back, and there's 2 missed opportunities there, and it's going to result in a Wade layup for Bryan Station.
That's a big play for them, Chris, to get that uncontested layup off the missed free throw.
Akia Wade with 11. That's the size of this margin. And Henry Clay running out of time with 5 to go. Miller from 12. Got it to go.
The high post is the soft spot of the zone, and they've done a good job in this third quarter getting the ball to that area.
Miller with 11. And Henry Clay with a turnover. Miller trying to work opposite Kazuzo. There's a 3 up top from the 7th grader. Takia Wade, that's off. Stone got the rebound, though. Tamari Miller drives, and the aggressor picks up a station foul.
And there she is again. We called her name earlier in the quarter, just how busy she is and the type of motor that she plays with. She finds a way to pick up fouls in the paint, even though she may be a little bit undersized.
Well, she owns those 50-50 balls.
Well, when you play hard, good things happen. And the ball sometimes just ends up in your hands because you're playing harder than the other 9 on the floor.
That'll reduce it to an 8-point Bryan Station lead. Coming up at the conclusion of this game, Murray and I will have the Elite Building Products Most Outstanding Player. One student athlete from each program will be recognized for their great achievements tonight. Also hope to chat with winning coach and perhaps a player of this game after the transition between ball games. And only a 7-point lead for Station.
And it feels like it's a 2-point lead. It really does. They have to stay poised and stay organized against this full court pressure. It's a lot of time left.
It's Chloe Doe tried to loft it in the lane to Kazuzo. Great defense by Wade. Tamia Wade, the 7th grader, with the deflection. Miller up and in, and they're going to give her the basket.
Ho, ho, ho. I thought she kind of ducked her shoulder in there, but the referee, I told you a few weeks ago, the referee is always right because there's no instant replay.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Oh, big call right there. Chance to cut it to 4.
Well, plus it puts Station at 5 team fouls. This is the closest Henry Clay has been since early second quarter with 3:50 left. And let's see how Station responds here with a tidbit of anxiety. And a foul on Allie Stone, only Henry Clay's 2nd team foul.
Well, when you're trying to come back and you raise your intensity level, the team with the lead has to match that. But it's not just your energy that they have to match. They have to match it with execution and poise in those moments.
That's Kazuzo underneath Gentry. And Kaylin Gentry to the foul line, post Henry Clay's 3rd foul of the quarter. Nice touch by Kaylin. Two big free throws there.
Yes, if I'm Bryan Station, I would sit in this zone and make them hit a perimeter shot.
Ariana Sutton skipped past Van Meter. Now she's made a 3 earlier, has Van Meter. There's your girl through contact as Miller tacks on 2 more. And a deflection out.
Miller has been really key for them in the second half tonight.
15 points unofficially. 13 of those have occurred in this half. Just over 3 minutes to play. Station seeking their 11th win of the season. Henry Clay has won 4 out of 5 coming in. They're 11-4. Give and go, and Wade could not convert.
Nice play call by Coach Sandusky right there. You got the look you wanted, and they just couldn't finish right there.
Tamia Wade with a basket.
She's exciting to watch. The young lady has a bright future. She continues to work. I spoke with her family
We'll keep things here. Actually, we won't. It's expanded to a full. Let's resume that story on the way back. Only a 2-point game on Glycod.
Overly competitive brother. Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Thanks, bro.
Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Now, Murray, keep it going with that story about her parents, please.
Yeah, I spoke with her parents prior to the game. Little to my knowledge, her mom was an all-state basketball player at Paul Lawrence Dunbar. I'm talking about Jamil Wade. And her father was a very good player here at Bryan Station. Her stepfather, may I add. But they said she's only been playing basketball for 1 year. And it's tremendous growth, and they said now she loves it, and they look forward to just keeping her involved in the game.
Boy, she passes the eye test. Goodness gracious. And by the way, we've got a 2-point ball game with 2:40 left. Bryan Station has led by as many as 12 unofficially. With 2:40 left, and stolen on the inbound. There's Tamari Miller. Tapped by Nelson. And flip back. Here comes Chloe Doe trying to initiate the break, and it's ripped away. It's out off of Sutton. It will stay Bryan Station.
We knew we were going to have a ball game, man. It's this is 43rd district action over here, and this is what we expected.
Bryan Station with a big possession as they inbound, and Wade, nice grab. Nakia Wade. Chloe Doe. Big one! Her
Doe,
first points tonight.
Doe delivering the dough.
You practice these all week. There's a Sutton 3 that's off. And how big was Doe's shot as Miller flips it up. And Bryan Station with possession and the lead. Held ball, Errol stays with Station.
You gotta love it, man. High school basketball, big plays, big shots. That's what makes it exciting. Unsung heroes.
Chloe Doe coming in, averaging 2 points per game, and what you have to like, she didn't even hesitate with that opening out top.
It felt good, and she let it ride.
5-point lead. Nice setup and a big and one as it's put in by Wade.
She made up her mind, and she took that strong to the cup right there to draw the foul and the and one.
Kia Wade with points 12 and 13. That was well orchestrated out of the timeout. Bryan Station trying to go 6 points in a row as Miller snags a rebound. Crucial possession here for Henry Clay. Ariana Sutton could not knock it in. Gentry tapped right to Miller as Henry Clay on the offensive glass. Lydia Van Meter arcs it up, and Gonzalez Perez in for Station. Here comes Wade. And a Bryan Station foul. I think they're going to get Kaylin Gentry for the clear out.
Wow. That's a big call right there. Not saying that it didn't happen, but for the referee to focus on that and the ball handler.
Trying to get another look at that at the next opportunity as Sutton bounces it in with a minute left. Van Meter off. And the basket crawls in for Tamia Wade as we take another look at this infraction coming up the floor.
missed it right there. I didn't see it, but, you know, that's the call, and you got to move forward.
Bryan Station will have the possession. Henry Clay full timeout. More high school basketball on the way back.
First opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Five-point game. Bryan Station leading Henry Clay. Boys matchup will tip, we'll now guesstimate about 7:45. Henry Clay 16-0, the last undefeated team in Kentucky. Bryan Station boys 14-1. A great atmosphere expected for what should be a very important ball game. And Henry Clay possession out of the, Bryan Station ball out of the Clay timeout, and a quick foul by Ariana Sutton, only Clay's fourth team foul of the quarter. Fans starting to file in, wearing blue on that far sideline as the Clay contingent arriving.
Yes, the finish to this game and the start of the boys' game is going to be very, very exciting.
Chloe Doe lobs to Gentry. Not sure they needed that with 47.8, and it's out to Henry Clay.
It's the poise in these moments, you know, when you come off a tough loss like they had a few days ago against Douglas, you got to stay poised.
Henry Clay, a monumental trip here, and a big basket driving in is Allie Stone. And a Henry Clay 30-second timeout will keep things here as the lead now reduced to 3.
Yes, this is a big play coming up right here. You know, you're either going to go to the line and shoot 2, or you're going to have to go against this full court pressure from Henry Clay. And it has forced Bryan Station into several turnovers in the second half.
Allie Stone with her 7th and 8th point. 5 fouls for Bryan Station, 4 for Henry Clay. Arrow in favor of the Blue Devils. And there you see timeouts at the bottom of your screen, 1 stop per.
Yeah, so if you're Coach Gerard, you're telling your team, hey, if you can force the tie up, we got the arrow, and you want to be strategic on who you foul.
So Bryan Station, you look at their individual free throw shooting numbers. Nakia Wade at 70%, their best free throw shooter. Kazuzo and Gentry in the 60s. And leaking out is Wade, and Wade gonna run under it. Over to Doe at 35. And it's stolen away as Miller with the interception. Nice pass underneath, and Stone draws a foul.
2 crucial turnovers right there by the Lady Defenders, when all you have to do is hold the ball and go to the free throw line. They throw an errant pass, and it reverts to 2 free throws for Henry Clay.
Allie Stone, 80% from the line. And the lead at 2 as we take another look at that interception. And Miller initiating the break. Will Bryan Station hang on? One-point game. 24 seconds left. And it's stolen away by Stone, and she'll put it in. And a Bryan Station timeout as they give up the lead.
I'm at a loss of words, and I can't be right now, Chris. This is incredible how Henry Clay just hung around, forced the turnover, and Allie Stone just took the ball from Shisuzu.
She sure did. The will to win for Allie Stone of Henry Clay.
Wow.
Well, you're in the huddle for Bryan Station, and you still have the ball. Basket wins. What do you draw up, Gary?
Well, first you just got to get by this pressure. You got to draw up a press break that's going to get you by this pressure. And I don't know if I'm Henry Clay if I don't drop back and just play half-court man.
It's Station's last timeout. They led by at least 12 in the second half. Led by 11 at halftime, led by 11 after 3. And Henry Clay has not given up. And Allie Stone with a big, big turnover and basket.
It has been chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. And here we are with the 1-point lead for Henry Clay with 15 seconds to go.
Length of the floor. Pizzuzo finds Gonzalez-Perez, and here comes AB at 13. Wade baseline, and she is clobbered by Ariana Sutton.
I love it, I love it, I love it. I love high school basketball and the tension and what it means to both schools right now.
Now Akia Wade in the pressure cooker. Again, their best free throw shooter at 70%. Henry Clay will bring on number 14, Emily Johnson. She'll sub out Ariana Sutton. Wade for 2, trying to tie the game. Kaylin Gentry going to check in momentarily for Station. And she'll take a quick seat between the assistant and Coach Sandusky. How about that by Wade? And Henry Clay down a point with 8.7. They do have one timeout left.
This is exciting.
And they're going to take it.
Yeah, they're going to draw something up right here.
The calm nature. We don't show free throw replays very often, but I think that warrants it here as Wade with a big, big make to give Station the lead.
I often used to tell my teams, big-time players make big-time plays. And right there for her to step to the line and hit 2 to regain the lead shows that she has what it takes to make plays in winning time.
If you're Henry Clay, do you somehow find a way to get Tamari Miller the ball on a clear out?
I wouldn't be surprised if she finds a way to get the ball. Also, you know, I'm not sure if number 1 fouled out because she's not checking back in the game.
That was Ariana Sutton with 9 points. It's so loud in here, it was difficult to hear, but that was certainly, by reading her body language, it appeared that was her 5th foul.
So Bryan Station looks like they're going to put Gentry over the ball right here.
Both teams out of timeouts. Here comes Allie Stone across the timeline. Miller in the corner. Johnson for the win. And Bryan Station hangs on. Emily Johnson Murray with a great look in the corner.
She had exactly what you would want for a coach. One of your better perimeter shooters with a good look. and she just wasn't able to knock it down, and the celebration begins for Bryan Station.
A huge win for Station. They're 11-7. Henry Clay falls to 11-5. More coverage from the north side. Central Kentucky High School basketball live tonight on Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by CSL Plasma. Be rewarded for your generosity. Do the amazing. Help save lives.
What a great performance tonight in the girls' game. Bryan Station hangs on. They defeat Henry Clay 57-56. 2 timely free throws with under 9 seconds left. Bryan Station's Akia Wade gave Station the lead, and then a missed 3 in the corner for Henry Clay's Emily Johnson as time expired. And Bryan Station, their 11th win of the year against 7 losses. Henry Clay falls to 11-5. Murray rounding up Coach Sandusky. We will have some post-game comments from her. But first, the most outstanding players presented by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. Locally owned with an outstanding selection of windows, doors, and siding. For more info, visit them at EliteKentucky.com. Our MOPs, these numbers unofficially for Henry Clay will go with the Tamari Miller. Incredible motor for that young lady tonight, 15 points. For Bryan Station, A.B. Kazuzo, 19 points, and don't have any rebounding numbers, but certainly it doesn't take Perry Mason to figure out that she had a double-double tonight. Wonderful performance by both Tamari Miller and A.B. Kazuzo. So Bryan Station a winner, 57-56. We're about 17 or so minutes from tip of the boys' game, and we will certainly talk more about that here in the next few moments. But goodness, all eyes tonight in Lexington on the north side in this gym for what should be an outstanding matchup between Henry Clay and Bryan Station. And as we talk a little bit about this Henry Clay team, and we talk certainly a lot about Bryan Station, the Blue Devils, what a year. I mean, 16-0, only undefeated team left in Kentucky. and they dispatched Scott County 56-35 on Tuesday. And chatting with Daniel Brown this year, and we've had several conversations, I think there was a lot of talk coming into the year that this was a little bit of an unknown year. A lot of youth on this Blue Devil team, and they have been some kind of surprise. Just a dynamic year. They share the ball, they get along, and they shoot the ball at such high percentages. And I think for any team to try to combat that, it's going to be difficult. And as you look at some of these numbers, the three-point shooting efficiency and accuracy leaps off the page. Jackson Steffen, 14-7. Isaiah Steffen, 53 made threes. And Kason Brown at 12. And for Jackson Steffen, he's made 33 threes. And Kason Brown has made 30. So you look at all three of those young players, and they're fun to watch. They're going to spread the floor, and they're going to shoot the eyeballs out of it. And for any team to beat them, they have to put a dent into Henry Clay's offensive three-point shooting. And Coach Garvin, don't want to steal his thunder, but he'll talk more about that and what it's going to take on the defensive end for any team to beat undefeated 16-0 Henry Clay. We'll step aside, hopefully catch up with Bryan Station Girls' victorious head coach Serena Sandusky. We'll do that in just a couple of moments in between games in Lexington. We're back after this on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
This is your season to save on our incredible selection of new Kias from Cardtown Kia. You can't beat the powerful design of the new 2024 Sportage.
It's your choice. The new 2023 Kia Sportage, just $349 down and $349 per month, or the new 2023 Kia Sorento, just $349 down and $349 per month.
Unmatched design, performance, and savings all in one at Cardtown Kia and CardtownKiaUSA.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cardtown Kia. Visit their showroom at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville, or browse their inventory at CardtownKiaUSA.com. Cardtown Kia, movement that inspires.
We're here tonight at Bryan Station with the girls' winning head coach, Coach Sandusky. Big win for the defenders over Henry Clay. How do you feel about that win?
It's a district game. It's an inner-city rival, so it's always good when you can snag one at home in front of a crowd like this.
Big-time effort in the paint by AB. She put up maybe career numbers. How did she feel in the locker room after the game?
I mean, it was written all over her face, her energy on defense, on offense, how she was talking in the huddles, how she was talking in the locker room. That's big for us, and that's what we need out of AB.
When the lead changed and you guys go down 1 with 15 seconds to go, share with us what you said in the timeout.
Well, we've been through 2 games like this already this season, so I tell the kids this is nothing new we haven't done. Lock in and execute and be strong with the ball down the stretch. I knew we were shooting free throws either way, so it's just a matter of taking care of the basketball and knocking down free throws.
Akia Wade goes to the line, hits both free throws. Now you're up 1. What was your feeling at that point?
Yeah, it was big from Kaya. She's only a sophomore, so when you get stuff like that out of her, it's really good so she can build on it, especially with confidence. Just from then out, I knew they were probably going to call a timeout and set something up. Again, it was just locking in, focusing on what we were going to do to stop them to get the ball up the court. And we executed right there through the stretch, cleared it out with a rebound. Can't be any happier with that.
You can't be any happier. Again, a great district win for you guys. Good luck to the rest of the way, and enjoy this victory tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Coach. Yeah.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product's based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
Let's get real. For a lot of people, 4 years of college might as well be $1 million. With us, you can get a certificate in a matter of months and start a career right away. College for the real world. College for your world.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
In between games tonight at Bryan Station High School, tip about 7:52 between Henry Clay and Bryan Station. Murray, let's transition to the boys' discussion. You talked with Champ Ligon earlier. Let's talk a bit about Daniel Brown and what he's built on campus and just how well respected he is here in Lexington.
He's respected throughout the state for the discipline that his teams played with. Just a few years ago, they had a run down to the Sweet 16, his first in his career, but he's been one of the most consistent coaches in the 11th region year in and year out, and they're sitting here at 16-0 right now.
A great player to boot at Berea, over 2,400 career points, and you take away the individual years at Bourbon County and North Laurel, 18 straight, and that's really unheard of now at one spot in high school basketball.
Yeah, it's unheard of in all levels of basketball right now to stick around that long, but that's a credit to his purpose in coaching and really mentoring and growing young men, not only on the court, but off the court as well.
Let's talk a bit about what this Clay team has accomplished, and the history speaks for itself. 17 times at least to the Sweet 16, and you look at their numbers, and they shoot the ball awfully well.
Well, they shoot the ball well, and they run great set plays. I know preparing for Coach Brown, it reminded me preparing for a college basketball team because they understand their reads, and they're very unselfish, and they play great team basketball.
Henry Clay, Bryan Station, 16-0 for the Blue Devils. Station 14-1. More coverage in between games when we come right back on Glycod.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cardtown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? No! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
Back live at Bryan Station High School in Lexington, 90 seconds away from tip between Henry Clay and Bryan Station. Now for the keys to this matchup, presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. Murray, some consternation. I saw you pondering some thoughts with these keys.
Yes, the keys for Henry Clay is to take care of the basketball. They have to limit Bryan Station's easy buckets. Station thrives off their full court pressure, and Henry Clay's got to do a good job of taking care of the ball. For Bryan Station, they got to play at their tempo and limit the open looks for Henry Clay. Henry Clay is one of the best perimeter shooting teams in the state of Kentucky. Bryan Station has to play their style of basketball, but they also have to limit Henry Clay's looks from three-point range.
This series, these two teams quite familiar with one another. There you see the history since the late 90s. Clay with the upper hand. They defeated Bryan Station twice last year. However, Bryan Station won the game that really mattered in the district quarterfinal, ending the season of Henry Clay. Lineups and tip, live basketball. The much anticipated matchup on the way back from Glycod.
Plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
Time for your starting lineups, presented by Ruoff Mortgage. They are opening doors. A very balanced 5 with Jackson Steffen, Isaiah Steffen, Kason Brown, A.J. Dixon, and Hassan Bush. 3 double-figure scores. Steffens at 14, Kason Brown at 12, and A.J. Dixon right there on the doorstep at 9. For Bryan Station, we expect these to be the 5. They were the same 5 at Douglas. Amari Owens leading Station in scoring at 22 a game with Adams Gonzalez, and Bryson Carpenter. Murray, this is an outstanding atmosphere.
It is. This brings you back to the mid-'90s, early '80s, where basketball meant something in Fayette County, and you see a packed house here tonight. And I hope both teams give the crowd what they want.
3 officials tonight: Andre Williams, Scott Kendall, and Andy Dunn. Chris LeBar, along with former South Carolina State men's basketball head coach Murray Garvin. It's great to have you here. This is an outstanding atmosphere, and there aren't too many vacancies here. A lot of filled seats tonight at Bryan Station High School.
This is a good problem, man, a good problem.
So Henry Clay 16-0, the last team standing in the state without a loss. And Bryan Station 14-1, the only loss at Woodford County December 15th. And since, they've won 9 straight.
Yeah, Bryan Station is still considered a young basketball team. It's just these guys, Coach Ligon said, they have bought in, they care about each other, and they're playing together.
And Amari Owens receives the tap. And Adams tries to hook it to Gonzalez underneath. It's Gonzalez carving space. And an elbow jumper off. Adams again follows, and Henry Clay out with it as Owens steps in the passing lane. And Owens, a strong drive, it rattles out, and it will belong underneath to Bryan Station.
Yes, Owens is one of the bright young stars in all of Kentucky high school basketball. I believe he's an underclassman and has a lot of great basketball ahead of him, averaging 24 a game right now, correct?
Yeah, along with the 55% field goal shooting, which from a guard is very impressive. Just underway tonight from Bryan Station as Amari Owens will flip it over to Davion Adams. You surprised by the 2-3 zone start for Henry Clay?
I am not. Bryan Station is not a strong perimeter shooting team.
A.J. Dixon with a steal.
So Henry Clay is going to set up in that zone and challenge them to shoot.
There's Kason Brown. Maxon Steffen. And he's called for the carry.
As you can see, Henry Clay was trying to set them up for a backdoor play there with action on the other side of the floor. Coach Brown does a great job of having action on both sides that you have to pay attention to occupy the weak side help.
Station averaging 82 points per game. Remarkable potency on the offensive end. And that's one reason why Owens knocks it in. One, 2-2 to try to pick up the pace.
Coach Brown's youngest son, Kason Brown, is the last of his children that is suiting up for him, and he's been playing the point guard spot for maybe about 3 or 4 years for Henry Clay. So there's not a defense that he hasn't seen yet.
And a strong take, weak side block, but Hassan Bush with the cleanup duties, and we're tied. Here's Adams around to Carpenter as Owens finds Tayshawn Adams, and it's ripped away. Kason Brown out for Clay as they try to take the lead early. Underneath the Bush, it's off, and a foul as Kason Brown knocked to the hardwood. Foul will be whistled on Tayshawn Adams. And 2 free throws loom for Bryan Station's opponent, Henry Clay's Hassan Bush.
Yeah, Bush is going to be a presence inside for the Blue Devils that he's something to reckon with in the paint.
Bush really the lone front court player, if you will, inside this Henry Clay starting unit.
Well, he's able to bring some size off the bench, and they had one of their taller players transfer over to LCA this year.
Having a solid year, that young man. Tied at 2. Peyton Mayhorn.
Mayhorn, that is him.
With 5:25 left in the quarter. Bryson Carpenter, nice closeout by Steffen. Carpenter lofts to Gonzalez. Nice reversal. Owens is free for a three. Adams up with a putback. It's Davion.
Competing against Bryan Station, I often said the possession began once the shot went up. You have to box them out and keep them off the glass.
Davion Adams coming off a 14-point effort and a big three for Kason Brown. Davion with a 14-point effort in that great win Tuesday at Douglas. And what is now a 5-4 Henry Clay lead. Gonzalez spins to Owens. He's got room in the lane, and he found his way to the basket.
Early on, you could tell both teams are very well coached. It's just about executing, and that was a great possession for Bryan Station right there.
Murray with 4 early as Stephen finds A.J. Dixon for the bucket. And it's stolen away, and Kason Brown got a hand on it. Relayed ahead to Stephen. Isaiah in!
These guys can flat out shoot it, man. When you're pulling threes on the break, that tells you that you're not scared and you're ready to play and you believe in your skill set.
Henry Clay by 4. Adams in the corner. Tayshaun short, and Owens knocked to the ground. No whistle, and the arrow in favor of Henry Clay. Catch this one in mid-flight as Stephen drains it.
Yeah, he caught that on the break and pulled, man. Wow.
Blue Devil student section starting to get rowdy on the standing sideline directly across from us. Nice head fake. Skip pass. Kason Brown launches. Yep.
This is what I was talking about. Bryan Station's got to be careful about their traps because it's going to leave open shooters, and Henry Clay knows to skip that basketball versus the trap.
And Kason Brown likes the dialogue from the Station students. Galinsky with the putback. Matt Galinsky, 13 rebounds Tuesday on the farm. And it's a 13-8 Henry Clay advantage. And Bush shuffles.
Amari Owens overplayed the passing lane right there and calls that traveling call on Bush.
Galinsky. High posters, Adams, Station. Galinsky, a long one, wow. And the rebound secured by Jackson Stephen. And Stephen, a little discombobulated there as it's coughed up and gobbled up by Galinsky. Here's Owens, oh my, for the bucket!
That skill that you can't coach right there. That's work in the offseason.
And a turnover back to Bryan Station.
Spectacular in the finish by Owens right there. Wow. It's left-handed and finished with the right in traffic.
Justin Richmond is on for Bryan Station. He wears number 3. He's in the lower corner. Now he's up in the paint. And also in number 25, Rashad Faulkner with the headband. Galinsky knocks it in. So Galinsky is heaved up too from deep early.
Yeah, Coach Liggins went to his bench early when Henry Clay jumped in the zone and he put his better shooters in the game.
And here comes Owens. This has been a lot of fun early. Owens. And a player control.
He's got to learn to play off 2 feet right there. You can't jump off one and try to avoid the contact. You just don't have as much body control.
How about Galinsky?
Yeah, big shot. Big shot by Galinsky to come in and have the courage to shoot that. But against that zone, that is what Henry Clay and Coach Brown really, that's the shot that they're willing to give up. against Bryan Station.
Henry Clay brings on 6'8" senior number 32 Cole Wicker, who is out of your screen, but he is on. He'll be the predominant size tonight for Clay, both he and Hassan Bush. Kason Brown drives, and Galinsky called for the foul.
Kason Brown is a very heady basketball player. You can tell that he's a coach's son, and he spends a lot of time watching and studying the game. He's going to make plays that puts a lot of pressure on Bryan Station's defense.
Kason Brown on the season, 74% foul shooter. He's made 2 threes tonight. That ups his total to 32 made triples on the year. The 2 big misses there, and the rebound snuck out of there by Bryan Station. It was Davion Adams that came out with it. Galinsky pulls the trigger again.
Big shot.
The only G-man I've heard of is Mike Jaminski, but perhaps Matt will get that tonight. He's made 2 big threes.
2 threes. He's going to force Henry Clay to come out of that zone, or at least extend it.
It's Kason Brown on the bounce. Great defense up front by Richmond. Off in the lane, Richmond rebound. Running is Adams.
That entire play was based off the ball pressure of
Richmond up top.
Of Richmond to force that tempo and the run out. Richmond is a coach's child now. His dad is an assistant coach and played college basketball at North Carolina A&T.
14 seconds left as Henry Clay tries to exhale and hang on to it for 1. Stephen drives. Nice split for the bucket. Jackson's first basket. There's a half-court heave, just a little long from Monte Ashford. And after 1, Bryan Station 18. Henry Clay 15 on Glycod.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a 4-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back live to Bryan Station High School, a great first 8. Station leads 18-15.
That was a fast-paced first quarter right there.
5 made threes in the game, 2 for both Matt Galinsky, Bryan Station, and Henry Clay's Kason Brown. Isaiah Steffen has also made 1 from deep. And it will belong to Station to start this second quarter. Again, these 2 teams combined record of 30-1. As Ashford and the Pink Sneaks will handle it up top. What's the defensive adjustment for Henry Clay?
Oh, they just got to know where the shooters are.
Faulkner, a little bit short. The rebound lassoed by Kason Brown.
Yeah, Coach Brown is going to stay in that zone defense. He just wants his guys to be more alert to where the shooters are and get out the shooters.
On the floor for Henry Clay, number 5, Skylar Hersey, and he'll handle it. Over to Wicker. Back to Bush, so some of the subs in for Clay. Steffen, a deep one. And the rebound is secured by Rashad Faulkner. Up now to 11, Ashford of Station. Faulkner, the trailer. Got it!
You know, you could tell his percentage may not be high, but he has not turned down an open look. So it tells you he has a lot of confidence in making that shot if left open.
Faulkner 9 points in the third quarter Tuesday at Douglas. And the rebound off to the right from Stephen. Faulkner applying the break back out. Richmond thought he was going to flip it up there. Carves in the lane, and he'll be called for the travel. Henry Clay possession. Kason Brown will flip it in play.
Both teams right there subbed about 4 guys for each team. Shows you the depth and the confidence that both coaches have in their team.
Nice take for the basket. Fresh in is Trevor Evans for Henry Clay. Tayshaun Adams finds Gonzalez. He'll pull the trigger, and Evans backside corral for Henry Clay. I think guys like Bush and Evans, really important parts of this Henry Clay basketball team.
Absolutely. They're role players that, you know, they're stars in their roles, and they do what Coach Brown asked them to do, and that's all that you can expect from them.
Under 6 now in a very, very entertaining first half. Now Dixon veering left. Bush tries one. Why not?
Just inside the 2-point line right there.
So Hassan Bush with 5. Check that with a 4. And the lead reduced to 2. Tayshaun Adams back out. Davion flips it up. And the rebound secured by Evans. His second rebound in limited action here is Kason Brown through heavy traffic. Jackson Steffen tried to guide it home, and it's going to pinball out off of Henry Clay. Antoine Burton is on for Bryan Station in place of Gonzalez, and also back in his starter Bryson Carpenter.
It's going to be hard to keep Jelinski on the bench if Henry Clay stays in this zone. His 2 big threes early, I believe that's going to carve out more minutes for him as this game progresses.
Well, and he's shown the ability in prior games to mix it up on the glass. Carpenter through heavy traffic for the basket. Bryson Carpenter, his first field goal. Got 10 Henry Clay players that have played thus far as Carpenter through contact. And the foul on the floor against the Blue Devils, A.J. Dixon. Rather, 10 Bryan Station players have played thus far, not for Clay.
You know, even though they had the turnover, the foul negates the easy basket, so it gives Henry Clay an opportunity to play 5-on-5 right here.
There's Owens. Girton tried to guide that in from the corner, and the rebound brought down by Bush. It's Kason Brown. Made a couple of early threes. Airmails that over Dixon. And back in steps Isaiah Steffen. .420 in this first half. Would you expect Clay to play 2-3 all night long?
Yes.
Okay.
Coach Brown is that stubborn, and he will do it, and he's going to stick with what got him here. And I believe he just realizes it's hard to keep Owens out of the paint if you guard him man-to-man. And he wants to force Bryan Station to shoot perimeter shots.
Lob Adams up and in. That was a great pass from Burton to Adams.
It's a great high-low look.
And we're going to have a Henry Clay 30-second timeout, a 6-point ball game. Back after this from Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Henry Clay pauses play for the first time, trailing by a game-high 6, 3:44 in this first half. If you just joined us, Bryan Station girls defeat Henry Clay girls 57-56 on 2 free throws with about 8 seconds left for Micaiah Wade. And stolen away is Carpenter from behind up to Owens on the floor, and great effort by Steffen to dig it out. Oh, wow. Steffen deep and off the mark from Isaiah as it's brought down by Bryson Carpenter. And Steffen diving back. Great effort as it's going to ricochet off of Evans, and it will belong underneath the Bryan Station.
Right now with that tempo, that favors Bryan Station. That's the way that they want to play. They want to get up and down. That's how they average over 80 points a game. And Henry Clay taking those quick transition threes. If they don't make it, it can really, really be costly for them on the other end.
So the Blue Devils, a little bit of a drought, scored 4 points in just over 4.5 minutes in this quarter. And Girton will inbound. Steffen got a hand on it. Axum's shot is off. Still loose on the floor. And that's going to go in for Antoine Burton. Burton with an assist and a field goal. And the lead swells to 8.
Prior to the game, Coach Brown said the number one thing that concerns him is the defensive pressure by Bryan Station.
Cutting is Bush. That's a great pass, by the way, from Steffen, but the basket didn't go in. Owens. And Hassan Bush collects it for Henry Clay to number 3, Kason Brown. Now Isaiah Steffen. And the high arcing rebound secured by Burton, and Bush guilty of a shove.
You know, this is my first time laying eyes on Henry Clay, but these deep transition threes, again, if you don't make it, it ends up not being a good shot.
Yeah, but that's what's made them so successful here this year. And the propensity, they shoot the three so well, 38% as a team. 2:20 left in this first half as Axum bounces it to Owens. And Galinsky, there's your guy back on the floor.
Yes. Again, if they're going to play this zone, you got to put shooters around the perimeter. I look for Bryan Station to either hit the high post or the short corner and play inside out and try to open up one of those guys for a great look.
Galinsky to inbound underneath for Bryan Station. Found a crease. And Burton has that shot partially blocked by Bush. And Galinsky, no room underneath whatsoever. Burton follows. And the and one as Adams muscles it in.
It's just too much size down there for Bryan Station with Galinsky, Adams, and Burton. All of those guys are 6'4" or taller.
A relentless effort, Galinsky in the thick. It's Tayshawn Adams. Rather, that's a Davion. Back to the foul line. And the rebound brought down by A.J. Dixon of Henry Clay. That's a nice move by Dixon, but he couldn't complete it. And it's out of bounds to the home team. Henry Clay going to man.
Switched it up on us.
Owens got a three.
That was nice action there by Bryan Station to get Owens that great look in the corner. Nice set play by Coach Ligon.
Mario Owens with 9. Nice extra pass. There's Evans sealed off. And Burton corrals the rebound as this thing now up to 13. Galinsky launches. Owens through contact for 2 more. And a Henry Clay stop in what is now a 15-point first half lead. Let's keep things here after the Owens bucket.
Bryan Station is for real, Chris. They are relentless defensively. They have multiple people that can put the ball in the basket, and they're led by Amari Owens. And you can see this offensive rebound. When you have your leading scorer willing to offensive rebound, you really got something special. And he does a little bit of everything for the defenders.
Well, when our crew got here about 3:30 Eastern, the Bryan Station boys just wrapping up a walkthrough in practice, and Owens was the last guy out there receiving instruction, working on his game, and it sure shows.
Absolutely, and like I said, when you have the buy-in of your best player, the rest of the guys will get behind and follow that. And you can see he's the ignition to this Bryan Station engine right now.
And for Henry Clay, they've played 7 minutes, or just about, in this quarter, and have 4 points. 16-0 coming in as Kason Brown into forecourt, being pestered, being badgered, use all the synonyms, but we've got a Station foul.
You know, Bryan Station, Coach Liggins does a great job of coaching his kids on what we call back tipping. That if you get beat off the dribble, they're going to pursue the basketball and try to tip it to one of their teammates, so you can never relax offensively against this defender defense.
First foul this quarter on Bryan Station as Henry Clay. There's Brown fighting through a screen. Had a crease. And tapped around as it's Hersey got a hand on it. Nice pass, and Bush knocks it in. Bush with 6, Hersey with the loose ball scoop and assist, and that's going to stop a lengthy run.
They needed that basket.
And Station here with remnants in the quarter, plus 13. Driving baseline is Richmond, up and in.
Nice 2-foot under control right there. Finish for Richmond.
Henry Clay, Kason Brown lofts it in the corner. That's Stephan, that's free. Would not fall with 5 seconds. Davion blocked from behind by Brown with .2. Nice piece of officiating to come over and restore the order as Station will inbound. Now, Murray, this is only a tap situation, right, with .2?
You're not supposed to be able to get a shot off right here.
So Station will inbound. I think Bryan Station might use that use it or lose it timeout. Or will they?
I don't know. Referees are huddling.
Might be some discussion what happened after the block shot.
Maybe after the block shot, or how much time. They might look to put more time back on the clock.
So Kason Brown with the block and the open floor. There is still no timeout granted for either team, although the coaching staffs are using it as a de facto stop.
They ended up putting .5 on the clock instead of .2.
So now this certainly is a shooting situation. 15-point Bryan Station lead, their longest. Richmond lobs to Galinsky, and that's going to close the first half. A very impressive first half. Bryan Station, a 15-point lead over undefeated Henry Clay. Glycod.com returns in just a moment.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Find out about their apprenticeship and training programs that help you earn while you learn at IBEWLocal369.com. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential.
Great atmosphere here tonight at Bryan Station High School. Halftime. Station leading undefeated Henry Clay 36-21. I'm Chris LaBar along with ex-Dunbar head coach Murray Garvin. And Murray, you talked about how impressed you are with Bryan Station. What's caught your eye the most?
Well, their relentless defense. They don't give up on the basketball at no time. And then Omari Owens' ability to go downhill, and it looked like he's also improved his shot. And then also the depth of Bryan Station. They've got contributions from guys off the bench that, you know, it's hard to prepare for that many guys and what they actually bring to the table when they step on the court.
We've got unofficially 11 players. Check that, 12 players for Station has played in this first half. Amari Owens with 12. Matt Galinsky making 2 big threes with 6. And then Antoine Burton, he didn't even play Tuesday night. Gets a big offensive rebound and assist and then 2 points.
Absolutely, and then the Faulkner kid comes in and hits a 3 for them as well. So it's been a half of Bryan Station basketball, and that's the entire team and not just one player.
And for Henry Clay, they got off to a good start, trailed by 3 after 1. Kason Brown's made a couple of threes. Hassan Bush with 6 points, but boy, they've struggled.
They have struggled, and again, it's all attributed to the Bryan Station defense. Henry Clay, if they're going to live by the 3, we all know the other side of that. But I look for them in the second half to try to settle down, run some half-court offense, and you can still get the same open looks in a half-court set.
They started this game in a 2-3 zone, shifted late into a man-to-man. What is their defensive philosophy in the second half?
Well, I think he wants to keep Bryan Station off balance, so he's going to switch it up and try to adjust to the personnel they have on the floor. Bryan Station has a couple of kids that really specialize in shooting the perimeter 3, and then they have some that really specialize in trying to go downhill in offensive rebound.
Murray, this 11th region this year, I think Great Crossing getting all the love, really a national power, a top 50 in some polls nationally. But you've got these 2 teams, and then Lex Cath is right there, and then Frederick Douglass on any night can be a factor.
It's going to be wide open. The 11th region is to me, one of the toughest regions in all of the state of Kentucky. And night in and night out, you got to come ready to play. And there's different dynamics and attributes with each team. Great Crossing has great size and perimeter shooting ability. Frederick Douglass is athletic. Bryan Station is a full-court pressure team. And Lexington Catholic is Lexington Catholic. And that's consistency on defense and a disciplined offensive team.
Halftime on the north side, Bryan Station, 36, Henry Clay, 21. More coverage on the way back from glycod.com.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product is based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
Gen Z is a stall generation. The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now, through everything that's come our way. We've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher, by making a real difference in the communities we serve, and by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Bryan Station by 15 at halftime as we welcome you back. Let's take a look at some of these offensive numbers, Murray, coming in. Bryan Station and Henry Clay, both prolific offensively. Clay 9th in the state in made threes, and Bryan Station 3rd in Kentucky in scoring. But for the Blue Devils, they made 146. They made 3 tonight. How many do they need to make in the second half to get back in this game?
Well, to get back in this game, they're going to need at least 6 to 8, I believe, in the half alone. But also, Chris, it's important that they shoot a high percentage. You know, you cannot have empty possessions when you're down 15, so they got to take great shots.
Bryan Station only trailing Lyon County and St. X. And then for Station, goodness, a polished first half. Any tweaks that they might make?
Well, if you're Coach Ligon, you spent the halftime telling the guys to stay into the game, stay locked in, stay focused defensively, and the offense will come. Bryan Station really feeds off their defense to create their best offense, and you could tell in the first half they were very prepared for that zone.
Bryan Station 1-0 in the district. That a win Tuesday at Douglas. They're 6-0 in the 11th region. Henry Clay 2-0 in District 42, 6-0 in region number 11. These two teams will meet again this season, of course, at Henry Clay. The game will be Friday, February 9th. Crowd starting to file back in. So glad to have you here if you tuned in at home, wherever you are. A big Central Kentucky High School matchup tonight. As Henry Clay, A.J. Dixon, 2 first-half points. He will inbound. And the same starting fives for both teams. As number 3, Kason Brown, handles it for Clay. And Hassan Bush, nice head fake, and Bush tacks on 2 more. He's got 8 points.
That's the opening possession that you desire if you're Henry Clay right there. And with a team that shoots the ball with the consistency that they do, no lead is too big.
There's Davion Adams, lofts Gonzalez, and nice overplay. Isaiah Steffen deflects it. Amari Owens to his left, his strong hand for 2, and a foul.
Young man is shifty with the basketball right there. He changes directions. You don't know which way he's going. He utilizes the Euro, and he finishes with both hands in traffic.
Amari, he is so fast with the ball. Here's the lead at 16. Biggest margin tonight for Bryan Station. It's Kason Brown. In the corner, that's Jackson Steffen. A.J. Dixon tees one up. And the rebound brought down by Davion Adams, and fighting for that loose ball. Steffen to Steffen is Isaiah puts it in.
That was Jackson to Jackson, or Steffen to Steffen.
There's Steffen to Steffen again on the turnover. Jackson Steffen off with a 3, and Amari Owens. The 3 up top, well long as Bush brings down the rebound. Lead at 14.
Yeah, that's a possession that Coach Ligon would love to take back right there. You don't have to shoot it that quick when you're playing with the lead.
Gonzalez denied Bush on the putback as Daniel Brown wanted goaltending. Bryson Carpenter will rotate it around the bend to Adams. Station by 14. Nice take for Tayshawn Adams for his 4th point.
That's more like it right there. You want to be deliberate with your offense. You're not forced to take anything quick.
Isaiah Steffen off Bush, backside rebound. And he knows his role so well, Murray.
Yes, he does. He hangs around the basket. He finishes well in the paint. He plays off 2 feet. Very promising young player for Henry Clay.
Hassan Bush, 6'5 junior, 10 points tonight, right on his season norm. And possession will belong to Bryan Station. This program's missed the last 5 11th region tournaments, and they certainly appear poised to have a strong March run.
Yes, they do, and that's nothing to be ashamed of in this region. It's 2 teams coming out of each district, and that is difficult here in Central Kentucky.
As Owens will rotate it around to Davion Adams. Winner of this game in sole possession of first place. And a leg up on the 1 seed in the 42nd District Tournament. Diving to the floor is Isaiah Steffen, and the arrow will belong to Bryan Station. As Galinsky back in for Bryan Station. 6 points in the first half for Matt. And Rashad Faulkner in as well. There's Justin Richmond from the elbow. And the field goal goes as Station brings in 3 subs.
Again, it shows the depth of their team. Richmond, a coach's son, plays with a lot of poise. You can tell he's well schooled in the fundamentals of basketball.
Jackson Steffen up top. How difficult is it to play all these players for a head coach?
Well, if you get them to buy into playing hard, you basically tell them, if you play hard, guys, there's no way that you can sustain that effort over a long period of time, and that creates opportunities for your teammates.
A.J. Dixon trying to blow by Galinsky. And a foul underneath might be on Tayshawn Adams that closed in.
I tell you what it also does, it creates buy-in from your parents as well, because everybody wants to see their baby play. And if you play for Bryan Station, if you practice hard and you buy into what Coach Liggins asking you to do, you're going to get that opportunity to play.
Boy, you're on a slippery slope there, Murray, with talking parents as that free throw rims in for Dixon. Dixon now with 3 and a 15-point Bryan Station lead.
This is beautiful. I don't know if the camera can see it, but it's standing room only in here tonight.
Special thanks to the great folks at Bryan Station for enabling us to broadcast this one tonight. Lead at 14.
And Chris, even though it's a 14-point lead, it don't feel like 14.
Well, you get the sense Henry Clay is going to make a run. Faulkner flies one. And he's instant offense when he comes in the game.
Hey, Vinny Johnson, the microwave, baby.
Although Vinny was a right-hander, but boy, they look alike. And the reach-around foul on, is it Owens, I believe? No, excuse me, that is, yeah, it is Owens.
When we start talking 80s basketball, Vinny Johnson, that one just
we've
popped
already
in my
got your
head.
Hakeem mentioned. Bill Cartwright's next.
Right.
That's the off the mark from Jackson Steffen. There's Amari Owens with a rebound. Owens coast to coast, and Galinsky the garbage man. And Isaiah Steffen called on the foul underneath.
That was a big block at the rim by Bush on Amari Owens' drive right there.
Owens normally wears number 1. He's got 5 on now. I don't know if he changed his jersey at halftime, but Owens runs under that steal. Galinsky salivating with the opening. There's Vinny Johnson clone. His shot is short on the 3, and a rebound brought down by Hassan Bush. And Galinsky rips it away. Owens. And out of bounds, it's going to belong to Henry Clay.
You know, I just don't understand why Bryan Station, they're shooting like they're down 18 points and don't quite understand it. You could pull it out and you can run offense and you can still get the same shot. But sometimes young basketball players get caught up in the moment and just had someone run by the booth.
3:20 left as Kason Brown brings it across. Now Dixon and Henry Clay well beneath their season averages, 67 points on the year.
It's great defense by Bryan Station.
Steffen a strong drive, and he'll take it in and draw a foul.
That was a strong finish there by Jackson that will send him to the line. Great baseline drive. Again, he plays off 2 feet with the finish at the rim, going to the line for a 1.
Still 11 minutes remain in this game.
It's a lot of time left. And again, a team that shoots it the way that Henry Clay does, they're not out of this ball game.
That's Clay's only 3rd free throw attempt this game. Kason Brown with the steal, and Galinsky called for the foul.
The best points you can get when you're down is when the clock is stopped.
Jason Brown on the season, 74% foul shooter. Henry Clay as a team also shoots 74% from the stripe.
That's about the percentage you need in order to compete for championships, and that's a part of the reason why they're 16-0 right now, is they're a very, very good free throw shooting team.
Some discussion on that far sideline with one of the officials and Daniel Brown, the Henry Clay head coach.
Well, there's nobody that works the officials more than Daniel Brown. I mean, he's as consistent as talking to the referees as he is his team sometimes. And it usually works out for him.
Jason Brown again from the line. And a rebound secured by Davion Adams. There's Justin Richmond trying to spin away from Brown. Monte Ashford is on for Bryan Station. Faulkner inside the arc. Drives it home.
Faulkner has been a major lift for them off the bench tonight.
8 points off the bench. There's the lead back to 15. Steffen pulls the trigger. And Adams runs under the rebound. That's Davion for Bryan Station up to Richmond. He'll try his luck out there.
I'm so impressed by this Bryan Station bunch. They've played about 13 guys already, and everyone comes into the game with confidence that they can contribute.
Jason Brown got that one, and that'll end a lengthy drought as it's back to 15. Ashford drives. Steffen with a rebound, and Henry Clay running. That's Hersey. Jason Brown again from three. Steffen follows and tacks it in. It's Isaiah Steffen with his 7th point. Justin Richmond short on that one.
Bryan Station's got to pull it out right there and turn down one of these shots.
From 17 to 13. And Henry Clay in the half court. Jackson Steffen veers baseline, a strong take. Oh my, everything but the basket. Monte Ashford. Faulkner's not going to try one. He will. It's short. Up and in for Tayshaun Adams.
That is a big basket for Bryan Station.
And we're going to have a full Henry Clay timeout. 15-point Bryan Station lead on Glycod.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
A big night at Bryan Station as the boys trying to do what the girls did earlier, and that's defeat Henry Clay. Bryan Station girls win 57-56. A pair of pressure-packed free throws for Akaya Wade with under 8 seconds. And Bryan Station hangs on, and the boys looking awfully good, Murray.
They are very impressed by what they've been able to do against an undefeated Henry Clay team. But what they have to understand that Henry Clay, there's no quit in them, and you're going to have to play for the full 32 minutes.
Jason Brown will inbound as Henry Clay tries to ignite something late in this third quarter. Under a minute. There's Adams, a lot of length as he'll shadow Jason Brown. There's number 22, Hassan Bush, for a three, and he's got it!
He's a solid basketball player, Chris. He inside, outside, he offensive rebounds and has a great touch from 3 and in the paint.
Faulkner! Bullseye! And that's got to be demoralizing for Clay as they swap threes late. Dixon has it ricochet off his arm for a turnover.
Again, that's back tipping. I'm just like, this is incredible. These guys come off the bench and they play with so much confidence and they play together and they're fearless. You know, Bryan Station is a very, very good basketball team. 15-point
lead in this third quarter. And they know their role so well. And Station in the half court with Owens, the orchestrator. Trying to shake down Dixon. Big time for Amari. And that's the end of the third. Bryan Station, a 17-point lead. And we'll let Amari Owens take you to our third quarter timeout.
That's pretty good.
Confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
Bryan Station opening some eyes tonight. If there were any closed, they're fully open now, Murray Garvin.
They're fully open, and there's people fouling out before the start of the fourth quarter, which I'm shocked because if you know Coach Brown and Henry Clay, there's no quit, and you're going to have to finish this game.
So again, Henry Clay undefeated coming in 16-0, the final unbeaten team in Kentucky. And they started strong, made some big threes early, but Station dominant from about the mid first quarter portion on. And Hersey will handle for Henry Clay. Brown lofting it, and he plows right over Bryan Station's Bryson Carpenter.
Yes, Carpenter comes in, and he's a very good defender, very quick, and I thought it was a charge. He was set up before Brown left his feet.
Station will have a week off after tonight. They'll travel to Georgetown, take on Scott County next Friday. Henry Clay, home game Tuesday versus Douglas, who is taking care of Scott County tonight. That game also airing on Glycod. Owens this time veers to his right, his offhand, and initiates a Henry Clay foul. How do you defend Amari?
Well, you got to try to keep him out of the paint. That's easier said than done, but you got to challenge him to hit jump shots from beyond the three-point line.
Henry Clay's second foul this quarter. Carpenter to inbound. As Owens lofting it. And Hassan Bush, check that, that's a Cole Wicker with the Henry Clay rebound. And Wicker is going to come back to him. And Owens takes it back for two more.
Got to take care of the basketball against this defender bunch. Another deflection.
Adams missed the bunny, and Brown with a rebound as this one getting out of sorts here. 19-point Henry Clay hill to climb. And Faulkner deflects it off of Skylar Hersey. Coming up at the conclusion of this game, Murray and I will have the Elite Building Products Most Outstanding Player. Student athlete from each team will be recognized for their contributions and outstanding participation tonight. 6:42. It's Cason Brown. Wind it around to Dixon. Brown with a little floater, high arcer, and Wicker closed and flips it back as Bryson Carpenter outlet Adams. And a foul whistled on Jackson Steffen.
Bryan Station, they're just relentless defensively. They're all over the floor. You think you got an open look, and then here comes a hand to contest out of nowhere. And then they have the wherewithal to look down the floor and go to the line for 2 free throws.
Davion Adams trickles it in. Station now by 20. Largest margin tonight. And Bryan Station 9 straight wins. The lone loss at a very strong Woodford County team December 15th. Defenders 2-1 coming in against top 50 RPI. This would help their cause immensely should this score hold up.
Absolutely. And I would say that game against Woodford County, Chris, that was probably less than 2 weeks after football season.
Free throw up and in. Evans with a basket. Rick Reams and I talked about this Tuesday in the win at Douglas. Sometimes it's cyclical. When the football team does well, sometimes the boys basketball team does equally well, and we all know what happened with Philip Hawkins' team this year. Just a great season for the Bryan Station football program.
Absolutely. It's just electric. It spreads through the building when one team has success or your football program starts the year off with success.
With the exception of Chris Girton, these players are all basketball players. Basket is in on the backdoor cut is A.J. Dixon. Tacks it in. Still 5:20 to play, but Henry Clay going to need to make a long run to get back in this game. There's Adams swerving it to Carpenter. Faulkner, the recipient, just needs a small crease, and I think a foul from behind on Isaiah Steffen, Henry Clay's 4th foul this quarter.
Yeah, well, it was good to see Bryan Station try to milk the clock right there and work for a good shot instead of taking a quick shot with a 16-point lead right now.
Justin Richmond is back in for Station. What a luxury it must be for Champ Ligon. You can go so deep on that bench, and a held ball, the arrow going to stay with Station.
Yeah, it's a luxury when you have a deep bench because it also motivates guys to practice better, and it creates buy-in for your team again because they know they're going to have the opportunity to play, but they also realize they have to practice well.
Richmond knocks in a 3. Lead at 19. You've got Richmond, Faulkner, and Galinsky all come off the bench and are big-time players.
Yes, they have been stars in their roles off the bench, and you can't ask for no more than that.
Wicker going to work, and Gonzalez with a rebound. There is Owens. Amari for 2 more. There's Evans attacking. Where do you rank this team next week?
Oh, if they're not a top 5 team, I don't know who is. You know, they've already went over to Frederick Douglass and got a victory there, and then you go up against the 16-0 Henry Clay squad, and if things hold to score right now, they should walk out of here with an impressive win.
Got a foul underneath. I think the only thing keeping them would be that maybe King of the Bluegrass appearance or, you know, the Alex Cath holiday tournament.
Well, some of those tournaments, they're selected based off of players returning, and they may have not, you know, they didn't have the preseason accolades.
Well said. Great effort by Kason Brown as he'll draw Bryan Station foul, their 2nd foul this quarter.
And I'll tell you something else that Coach Ligon does. He takes his team out of state to play during the summer, so a lot of teams in the state of Kentucky are not familiar with what they have.
Jason Brown back to the line for two. Henry Clay certainly going to have better nights ahead, but tonight thus far it's been all Bryan Station. 21-point lead.
It's just a tough matchup for Henry Clay. Bryan Station speeds you up, and then the contributions off the bench. Now, will that happen the second time over at Henry Clay? You know, we'll see. But tonight, the bench players really stepped up for Bryan Station.
Brown for two. Again, these two teams will meet at Henry Clay on Friday, February 9th. Brown with 9 unofficially, 20-point game. Matt Galinsky drives up and in. Galinsky with 8. Oh, and Richmond swipes it for 2 more.
These guys are relentless, man.
Got a technical. Justin Richmond, 12 points tonight. I think Kason Brown might be called for the tech. Daniel Brown is out there, and he's chatting with the official. So Justin Richmond for 2. His season high coming in was 6. He averages 4 points. And he's got 12 tonight in limited action.
Yeah, Bryan Station was ready for this basketball game. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. Earlier today, Coach Ligon told me that this is the revenge tour, Chris, that a lot of these teams beat them the previous years, and now they feel like they got a chip on their shoulder, and they're trying to settle the score with everyone in the 11th region right now.
Well, you talked about the summer, and really their summer was so successful, and it's really been a building block to this season. As Coach Brown, one of his assistants now, just out of your camera shot, was talking with the official during the balance of those free throw attempts. As Owens into forecourt, a Station putting a whooping on undefeated Henry Clay. Richmond on a screen.
Oh. Career night for the young fella, man. Really excited. I happen to know his family and known his dad for many years. And I know it's exciting when your son performs, and he's an assistant coach on the bench with Bryan Station.
The possession underneath Henry Clay. I'm not sure there was anyone that expected a performance like this by this margin.
No, this score sends shockwaves around the state.
As Dixon going by Owens, lofts it over Adams. And Owens called for the foul. Jackson Steffen will head to the line for a pair. Now what's next for Henry Clay as we take a look at their upcoming slate? Douglas and Sayre at home, and then at Douglas, at Lafayette, and then at Rockcastle County. There's a 3. That's partially blocked by Steffen, or rather by Richmond off Steffen. Owens, perhaps a heat check. As Clay will inbound.
Can't dribble through that pressure.
And Henry Clay foul underneath. Again, Murray, let's take a look at this Henry Clay schedule. A lot of district matchups. The next 3 inside this district.
Douglas, Sayre, Douglas. Doesn't get any easier. You know, you play Douglas, you're going to deal with similar athleticism. They're not as long as not as long as Bryan Station, but they're just as quick and just as much downhill. Then Sayre is always a tough out, and then you come back with Douglas again. So they got a big 3-game stretch right here where it's going to be a gut check for them.
And all these district games matter so much in terms of seeding ramifications. Galinsky follows. Henry Clay will host the district tournament in late February. And stolen away, Galinsky, the beneficiary for two. Galinsky in double figures now with 10. And a Richmond foul. Fourth team foul. And Bryan Station, Champ Ligon going to bring out 5 new ones. Monte Ashford is in also. Kalen Hunter, number 4. Jordan Axum, Antoine Burden, and Chris Girton. And both off the iron. It's chased down by Axum. Burton off. Nice defense underneath by Henry Clay's Woods Cassell to challenge that shot. Evans follows off. And Axum ricocheted around a time or two. A lot of effort out there. Steffen. They're going to let him play, aren't they, Murray?
They're going to let him play.
And Evans to the foul line. The Station schedule looming. Next 2 on the road. Then we'll have the Douglas matchup here on the 26th. And then Tate's Creek, certainly a team we've seen with regularity. You would expect them, despite the record, to give a strong effort.
Oh, absolutely. Coach Gay is going to continue to coach his guys, and they're going to show up ready to play, whether it's early in the season, late in the season. They're going to still compete night in and night out.
Evans for 2. And the second one stays in. And we've got Fawn Brunley, a 6'6 junior on for Station. It's the 14th player that Bryan Station has played tonight. This Axum finds Girton. And a rebound brought down by Deion Davis, 6' junior for Henry Clay. So a lot of reserves on the floor. It's Hersey up top with just over 1 minute in this fourth quarter.
This is a big win for Bryan Station.
Evans, he's not stopped tonight with the basket and the foul.
No, they're going to play to the buzzer. That's their culture there at Henry Clay. They're not going to watch the scoreboard right now. They're going to remember this, and they'll respond. Coach Brown's been in these situations, I'm sure, before. You don't win 400 games without losing some big ones, and he knows how to coach his guys up.
Free throw off as Brunley brings down a rebound. Going to be a lot of eyeballs on this one. I think after this game ends, in terms of people wanting to watch this, it may have been here tonight. It was a great performance. That's off and brought down. Shot off from Girton with 50 seconds left. Deion Davis, left-hand flip. And Wicker taps it in. .33 seconds left. So no more undefeated teams tonight after Bryan Station takes care of Henry Clay. And this is chapter 1, Murray, but there'll be a second and perhaps third chapter this year.
Absolutely. That's the thing about it. You know, you learn from this if you're Henry Clay, and you grow from this if you're Bryan Station.
Exuberant crowd tonight. 2 class head coaches, 2 great programs going to meet at the scores table. Bryan Station 77, Henry Clay 51. We'll let the images take you to break.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by CSL Plasma. Be rewarded for your generosity. Do the amazing. Help save lives.
Final score tonight, Bryan Station 77, Henry Clay 51. I'm Chris LeBar along with former South Carolina State men's basketball coach Murray Garvin. How would you best describe what you just saw, Coach?
From start to finish, one of the most exciting and well-executed games for Bryan Station, probably on the season for them. This was a very big game, and they definitely showed up and showed out.
So many players contributed, and really, if they suited up tonight for the green, they contributed.
They absolutely did. And, you know, when you play that tempo, Chris, even in practice, you have the opportunity to play and get better, and you could tell that it's paying off for Champ Ligon and his squad right now.
Bryan Station 15-1. Henry Clay suffers the first loss of the season. They fall to 16-1. And so many superlatives for this Bryan Station team. Amari Owens was outstanding, but again, just such a great performance, A to Z.
Yes, team. That's all I could think about watching Bryan Station. It's a great basketball team. They all come in ready to play. They play hard. They're unselfish. They know their roles, and they all try to be stars in their roles.
Take a quick break. Our Elite Building Products Most Outstanding Player on the way back from Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
a life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. you can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
This is your season to save on our incredible selection of new Kias from Cartown Kia. You can't beat the powerful design of the new 2024 Sportage.
It's your choice. The new 2023 Kia Sportage, just $349 down and $349 per month, or the new 2023 Kia Sorento, just $349 down and $349 per month.
Unmatched design, performance, and savings all in one at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cartown Kia. Visit their showroom at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville, or browse their inventory at CartownKiaUSA.com. Cartown Kia, movement that inspires.
Tonight's most outstanding players presented by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville. Locally owned with an outstanding selection of windows, doors, and siding. For more info, visit them at EliteKentucky.com. Henry Clay, I think a strong performance tonight by Hassan Bush.
Yes, he played extremely hard from start to finish. You know, he finished at the rim, hit a couple of perimeter shots, just gave great effort for Coach Brown down the stretch. Just as a team, they didn't shoot the ball very well tonight, but they'll live to fight another day.
For Bryan Station, this is a first. Going with a team, and you can't go wrong with that.
No, you can't. And when we were trying to select, it's just hard to single out one person when they had so many players contribute to this outstanding victory and showing on their home court.
You got Rashad Faulkner, Justin Richmond, Galinsky played well. I mean, Owens, a proven commodity, just a great performance. What does this game do for both these teams?
Well, I think it solidifies Bryan Station as being for real. A lot of people wasn't sure after the Douglas game, but they created a buzz with that victory because Douglas is the returning 11th region champ. And now to come over here and beat a 16-0 Henry Clay squad, it gives them some legitimacy that they were seeking and some validation. So I believe it's going to grow their confidence, and they're going to be a team to watch the rest of the way.
And for Henry Clay, you mentioned they live to fight another day. You certainly know this team's going to grow from this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, Coach Brown has been here, done that. He's going to coach these guys up. It doesn't get any easier for them. You know, their next game is with Frederick Douglass, and that's a district rival game and a very talented squad, but they'll be ready to play.
Some huge games on Glycod coming up the week after next. Our first trek this year to Versailles to take on a bunch of 8th Region powers, Oldham and Woodford County. And then the 23rd and 26th, Henry Clay Douglas and Station. And you get the sense with these three teams kind of in a little bit of a round robin going to determine the district champion.
Yeah, the next 2 or 3 weeks is going to be a gut check in the 42nd and 43rd district, rounding up the district play, and it sets those seedings, so every game's a big game.
Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Final scores, Bryan Station girls 57, Henry Clay 56, and in the nightcap, the Station boys victorious over Henry Clay 77-51. Our executive producer has been Steve Bird, our photographer and camera operator, Joe O'Melion. So for Murray Garvin, I'm Chris LeBar. Good night from the north side in Lexington. You've been watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been IBEW Local 369, Central Kentucky High School Basketball. IBEW 369, power up your potential. Tonight's game was brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you. CSL Plasma. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Meyer. Higher standards, lower prices. Traditional Bank. Because who you bank with matters. And by Community Action of Lexington, Martin's Peterbilt, Lexington Outdoor and Power Equipment, and Allstate Insurance Agent Thomas Allen.
Visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.